Well, hi there, this is Kim Willis again with another lesson. Well, it's another tip from my 9-tip series, 9 tips for affiliate marketers. And this one is called Relationships Count. And I've got this on my blog, but this is really what I'm giving you now is the video version, okay? Well, and the audio version as well, for those of you who are listening to this as a podcast, etc. Relationships count. Oh yeah, how much they count. You like my little graphic there? Now, I'll just scroll down here so we can get to the meat of the matter. Marketers talk about the list and how important it is to build the list. They say the fortune is in the list, the money is in the list and all the rest of it. But it's not quite true, because a list without a relationship with that list is worse than useless. You need to have a relationship, and that's what I'm talking about today. Build relationships and conversions, because our conversions will go through the roof if we become effective at building relationships. And I've coined a term called warming techniques, prospect warming techniques. And I like to use prospect warming techniques to move people closer to me, because if they are metaphorically closer to me, they may not be closer in physical terms, but metaphorically speaking, if they're closer to me, it's more likely that they're going to do business. It's the way I like to operate, and it's the way prospects like marketers to operate as well. So before I get into the subject itself, let me ask you this question. If it's so important to build relationships with your list, why is it that so few marketers do it? Only the top marketers do it. Why is that? Well, maybe because they don't know about it, they don't believe that it's that important. So they're coming from ignorance. Maybe they do know how important it is, but maybe they're just lacking discipline and resolve. They haven't got a plan that they work every day. So think about that, because you've really got to do it. There's no if, buts or maybes about this one. It's critical. Now, some marketers, of course, will say that they already do build relationships with their list. They send out a daily email, for instance. But when we look at the content of the email, we see why they're not building relationships with their list. Sometimes the content is overly aggressive. It's spammy, it's hypey, it's very promotional, always selling, not much education, not much value building. Okay, so it's not just the fact that we send out a daily email, for instance. I mean, I know some marketers that build good relationships with their list, and they only send out a weekly email, but it's a really important email. It's sort of the highlight for the week for many of their subscribers. All right, so think about that. Let me get into this topic a little bit deeper now. Despite all the stuff written about the techie aspects of internet and affiliate marketing, not enough space is given to the critical importance of building relationships. Frankly, if you don't master this step, I don't care how good you are at driving traffic and stimulating opt-ins. Without the ability to build relationships, you will wildly miss out on the opportunity to maximize your income. Now, I participate in a number of online forums for internet marketers, and it always surprises me how much time is devoted to the technical aspects of internet marketing. Now, don't get me wrong, obviously it's important to become technically proficient. Politically, how did I get that one? But too often the human aspects are neglected. Look, customers couldn't care less how much you know. All they care about is what's in it for me. So if you can answer that question, what's in it for your customers, what is it that they're really looking for, then you are really going to be cooking with gas. Now, there was an author who had a lot of prominence in the 80s and the 90s and even the 2000s. His name is John Naisbitt. And he's still active, but he's not quite the big, predictive guru that he once was. But he wrote a bestseller called Megatrends, and then he followed up with another one called Megatrends 2000, and they were pretty good books. I guess I should revisit that original book to see how accurate his predictions were. But certainly at the time, his predictions seemed to be right on the money. And certainly one thing that I always remember from him is this, a statement that he made. He said, look, it doesn't matter how high tech we become, people only care about high touch we are. Okay? Something like that. I'm paraphrasing him, but that's essentially it. High tech, high touch. So we are in a high tech area, but people still crave high touch. Now, we're not machines. We're essentially emotional creatures who need to feel wanted, appreciated, and loved. Relationships do count, no doubt about it. But a lot of it will be to do with how they feel about your offering and you. And this is where prospect warming kicks in. When someone joins my list from cold or warm sources, if I don't know them from a bar of soap, which is likely, my objective is always to have prospects warm to me. And I want them to have warm feelings about me, even though I have not met them or spoken to them on the phone. Now, some of the techniques that I employ, and I suggest that you employ as well, is the right sort of emails going out to your prospects. Not always pitchy or hypey or promotionally oriented. Sure, I promote a link, but not every time. But even if I do promote a link, I've got a call to action. It's right at the bottom after I've given them a good, sound, valuable message. Okay. A video with warming messages is another way to do it. Brand attributes in place. No, that's really critically important. Having a brand, having some sort of a presence, and that's where a blog becomes paramount importance. You need to have a blog. Even if you're not a really active blogger like me, you just by putting up one piece of good content a week is good enough. Being active on social media sites can also help. And use available tools such as Skype. So if you can reach out to people and have a chat to them here and there, or where appropriate, with having those chats with the right sort of people, great. If you can have a chat with people on social media sites such as Facebook, that's for the hustlers. I don't chase anybody. All right, so there you have it. Building relationships is the name of the game. If people have a good feeling about you, it's far more likely that they're going to do business with you. And don't forget the golden rule. People don't buy off companies. They don't buy products in isolation. They buy people, the people that underpin those products, the people who are promoting those products or services. It's all about the people. Don't forget what John Naisbitt said. The more high-tech we become, the more high-touch we crave. Yeah. So I think I'll leave you with that point there. It's a good note to finish on. And you can visit the text version of this audio recording. And you can also, by visiting my blog, kimwillis.net, KIMWILLIS.net, not .com. And you can read some of the other tips that I've got, plus other great content. I do have a lot of valuable content on my blog, and it really does help to increase my conversions, and I highly recommend this strategy for you. All right, this is Kim Willis. Bye for now.